Hey guys, and welcome back to another ultimate review. In this episode, I'm going to give you the most in-depth and unbiased review of the TAGG Rogue 100 GT, a pair of truly wireless gaming earbuds. But before we begin, if you do enjoy watching my videos and find these helpful, please consider smashing that like button, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and after watching this video, if you decide that the TAGG Rogue 100 GT is the truly wireless earbud that you want to buy, my only request is you use the link of this product given in the description below to make your purchase. You have my word, it's not going to cost you anything extra, but you guys will be helping me run this channel and produce more such high quality and helpful content just for you guys. Okay, so with that said, let's begin. Okay, so once again, TAGG has done a good job with the packaging of the TAGG Rogue 100 GT. It does give off a premium feel and the unboxing experience was rather good. Now inside the box, you get some paperwork which includes the user manual, the USB-C charging cable, a few extra ear tips of different sizes, and of course the TAGG Rogue 100 GT earbuds themselves in the case. Now, you guys must have seen my review of the TAGG Rogue 200 GT, which is the more refined and more premium version of the TAGG Rogue 100 GT. Now, because these are gaming earbuds, they come with a host of features that gamers would enjoy. So the first and foremost, the thing that you will notice without a doubt is the really flashy and showy RGB LED lights. So for some reason, gamers really like those LED lights. It gives them a vibe, I guess. And the TAGG Rogue 100 GT has that. Now the LED lights are not just limited to the case itself. There are LED lights on the earbuds themselves. And one irritating thing is that even after it's paired to your phone, the LED lights keep blinking after every 1 or 2 seconds. So if you're in a dark room and there is someone beside you, the flashing light might be distracting and there is no real way of turning that off. So talking of the specs, so obviously it's got Bluetooth version 5. Now the earbuds themselves are 40 mAh each and the case is 400 mAh. And you get a total playback time of 20 hours on a full charge with the case. Now obviously it's going to depend on your usage and what volume you're listening to, but ideal case scenario, 20 hours of continuous playback. Now they are also IP55 water and dust resistant. They have 3 EQ modes, so a balanced mode, a bass X mode and a gaming mode. And I'll get to more of that later when I talk about the sound quality. And charges via USB-C, and it's got a environmental noise cancellation microphone built in, and I'll give you my verdict of that as well. Now talking about the build quality, well, you get what you pay for. So it's just 1300 rupees and you don't expect real polished premium feel at this price range. So it feels average. The charging case is just plastic. It's got a kind of a transparent cover on top so you can see the LEDs inside. And the earbuds themselves are also very light. They are comfortable in the ear, but they don't feel very premium. They don't feel very cheap, but they're just average. So keep your expectations based in reality. Don't expect something very, very premium. Now the earbuds themselves have a touch sensitive area, which is this flat area over here, which has this logo. So this is where it has the multifunction control area. So basically by tapping it, you can do the usual functions like play, pause tracks, skip tracks, change between the different EQ modes, answer calls, end calls, reject calls, all of that. What you cannot do, unfortunately, is increase or decrease the volume, and you cannot summon your voice assistant. So that is a compromise that they made with this particular model. But I guess they had to because it's also priced much lower. But the good thing is the touch sensitive area is very responsive, and out of 10 times, 9 times it's going to get your touch just correct and you can control all the functions without any problem. So that's a good thing. So guys, if you're an existing viewer, you know that when I give you my reviews, I never just say good sound or bad sound. I judge these earbuds based on how they produce the 3 main frequencies that make up any sound that you hear: the highs, the mids and the lows. Highs where the really sharp sounding instruments are, mids where the vocals are, and lows are the bass. Now, like I said at the beginning, the TAGG Rogue 100 GT has 3 EQ modes: a balanced mode, a bass X mode, and a gaming mode. So the balanced mode ideally is supposed to give you a flat sound signature where no preference is given to the high, mid or low frequency. It's all the same. The bass X mode, like it sounds, is going to give you a boost in the bass frequency, and the gaming mode is where it's used for the ultra low latency. So if you're using it to play some first person shooting game where latency is kind of a deal breaker, that is where you use it. Now, I'm not much of a gamer, so I won't really give you like a ultra low latency test because I don't game at all, but I will talk about the sound quality. So starting off with the higher frequencies, in the balanced mode, you will notice that the three frequencies are more or less, they're very clearly audible, but the higher frequencies are very, very sharp. So even though it's a balanced mode, it's the high frequencies that sound the sharpest in the balanced mode EQ. So it's not bad. If you're someone who doesn't like excess bass, then the balanced mode is the one for you, because surprisingly, there was good separation between the high frequencies, the mid frequencies and the low end. But the high frequencies were the sharpest, the vocals were audible, and the low end or the bass was there. Not overwhelming, not really thumpy, it's there, you won't miss it. So this is for someone who likes a very natural soundstage. But in my opinion, in terms of quality, I would say that the highs are a bit too sharp and the vocals sound a bit hollow. But again, this is me being really harsh and being very picky. For an average listener, the balanced mode, if you don't like excess bass, is just fine. Now when I shift to the bass X mode, which is the second EQ, now over here, obviously the bass is boosted and the volume is also boosted along with it. Now, because I am a bass head, but I like nice quality bass, so in the bass X mode, I did enjoy music more because the bass had that thump to it, it was deeper and you could actually feel the bass in your ears. The high frequency surprisingly also maintained its separate track, didn't get muffled by the bass. The vocals also got a slight boost, but still sounded a bit hollow, but not bad. And the bass, obviously, like I said, gives you a lot more thump, but it's not the best quality bass, but the bass X mode does increase the thump factor quite a lot. So you'll enjoy that. Now in the end, you have the gaming mode. Now this is kind of like the same as the balance mode. So the bass goes down and it's like balanced. It's almost identical to the balanced mode, and because I don't game, I'm not going to comment on what the latency is. But in terms of watching videos, there was no latency, obviously because it has Bluetooth version 5. And unlike the TAGG Rogue 200 GT, where there would be issues of interference or the sound would have a distortion whenever you went into the ultra low latency mode, the TAGG Rogue 100 GT didn't have that. So, just so you know that that problem isn't there with this unit. Now, the reason I was impressed the more I listened to it is because considering that this is only 1300 rupees, the sound is surprisingly above average for its price range. Obviously, I've heard better truly wireless earbuds, but for its price range, I was impressed. Now, call quality, well, while I was very clear on the other end in terms of there was no distortion, there was no wind noise, but I heard that my voice was very low. So if you're planning to get this for, online calls or meetings, I would suggest you don't get that for that purpose because your volume is going to be low and that might hamper. You might have to talk louder and that will stress your voice. So not for online calls, but if you're going to get this for listening to music and listening or watching movies on your phone or wherever, then for that purpose, if you're on a tight budget, you can definitely consider this. So all in all, for 1300 rupees, which is what you get it on Amazon for, and maybe during offers you might get it for something lower, I would say it's not a bad option at all. But now it's up to you. I've given you my verdict. Now it's up to you what kind of sound signature you want, what your budget is, and if you still think that this is the one that you want, then by all means, you can get it. So guys, that was my unbiased and in-depth review of the TAGG Rogue 100 GT. I hope it's answered most of your questions. If you do have any other questions, do let me know in the comments below. I'll try to answer them. And yeah, that's about it. Like I said, if you've enjoyed this video, please keep my spirits up by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And like I said, if you have decided that you are going to buy the TAGG Rogue 100 GT, my request that you just use the link of this product given in the description below to make your purchase so that you can help me run this channel and I can produce more such high quality and helpful content just for you guys. So thank you so much for stopping by. Stay safe, and I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.